Well, hello, everyone. This is Gregory Muscari up here in Bozeman, Montana, wishing you the best that life and LifeWave has to offer. And welcome to part number 2 of our 4-step proven plan of action training. Last week, we covered part 1, preparation. Really excited about this week. We're going to move into step 2, which is sharing, which is really the first action step in our proven plan of action. We've got several speakers who are going to be sharing their insights and experience and how they best get new folks started. So if you're brand new to LifeWave, welcome. You're in the right place, right time on this training webinar. If you're a seasoned veteran and been around for a while, for weeks, months, or maybe even a couple of years or more, welcome to this skills-based training that we do every Saturday morning. I'm very excited to introduce our primary host and trainer this morning. She's a presidential director in the Live Younger organization, and she's also the creator of the Nitty Gritty 101 training site that we love so much. So Judy, Daniel, good morning.
All right, good morning, Gregory.
And you can turn your camera on, I
feel. Yes, we're working away on that. And it says unable to start your video because the host has stopped it.
Well, let me start it again.
Let's see if that would work.
There we go. I'll make you a co-host, and which I thought I had done earlier, so I apologize. So it should be working momentarily.
Tell me when, and I'm ready.
When?
When.
There you are.
There we are. Hello, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Gregory.
Good morning.
Well, our Nitty Gritty website exists because of the Getting Started guidebook that you created, Gregory. Without that guidebook, we would have no Nitty Gritty. So what I'd like to do, everyone, is demonstrate how I use Nitty Gritty. There are many ways to do it. Personally, I like to engage the person I'm talking with. So there's Gregory in Montana. Here I am up in Toronto. If he were a brand new distributor, I would have him log on to nittygritty101.com. I would be on the website. What I like to do is engage people. I don't want you just watching me, Gregory. I want to show you where to go, and I think that might help you remember. But it's not the only way to do it, just my style. So Gregory, if you please click on distributors from the navigation bar.
Okay, distributors, here we are.
Yes, and then getting started.
Okay.
Then we're going to scroll down.
Hey, there I am.
There you are, and there's Robin Blanc-Mascari. Beautiful. Okay. Leaders of Live Younger. So
how far do I scroll? To right
down,
here?
Right down to the Getting Started guidebook.
Okay.
You will.
There it is.
This is your creation. When I first saw it, I was impressed with how streamlined it is, how organized, the clarity, how succinct, and yet, given all of that, you still kept the heart and the spirit of enlightened networking in the guidebook. In particular, with the 4 quadrants, prepare, share, care, and enroll, most people would have put follow-up in the space where we see the word care. That word in our simple 4-step proven plan of action, the naming is so important. You named it care, not follow-up. Can you tell us why?
Yeah, I'd love to, Judy, because we're really in the people business. And as I like to say, our goal is to develop long-term, mutually rewarding relationships with our customers, with our distributors, with, our customer service reps at the company. We're really in the relationship business, and follow-up just seems so cold. It's, that's more of a sales thing. And this is more relationship marketing more than really sales. And I like to say we're in the sharing and caring business. We love and care for people, so we share with them our life-altering products. So it just fit the spirit of LifeWave.
Absolutely. And the spirit of Live Younger team. So if you could,
that too.
If you could scroll down just a bit until you see the arrows underneath this page and click on the next over to page 8.
Okay.
Thank you. There we are, and then back up to the top. So here we are, as you said, the sharing and caring business. This morning, we are going to be covering some of the sharing tools. Let the tools do the talking, the less you say and the more the videos talk for you, or a 3-way call, but let the tools do the talking. We're going to go over words that work, suggested things to say. I know you created those, love them. Things not to say, if you can keep scrolling down. We're going to touch on Exactly What to Say by Phil Jones, a speaker a year ago at the LifeWave conference. And then if we can click over to page 9. So I just wanted to give you the overview of what we're going to do this morning. We'll cover the simple daily method of operation, the DMO, the product approach. This morning, we're not going to touch on the business approach. I'm thinking this is more for brand new distributors. And we'll be having a distributor, Patty Levesque, come on, talking about how she uses social media. So that gives you an idea of where the share section fits into the guidebook. So having done that, let's scroll back up to the navigation bar, click on share. There we are. And this is where we're going to be spending our morning. So on this page, you will find the daily method of operation, share, words that really work, care, 3-way calling, and enroll. But today, the focus is on share. So we're going to look at the daily method of operation. Love what you created here, Gregory. Succinct. And at the very bottom of this little image, our job is to give people the right amount of the right information for them to make an informed decision. Love how you worded that. So here we are with the DMO. We connect, we pique their interest, we offer a sample, send a 3-minute video before sending the sample. And today we're not going to cover step 5, which is in follow-up. Now, all right, let's scroll down a little more. And here we are, share, step 2. So we can see we're going to cover 1, 2, 3, 4. We've already gone over step 1, which is prepare in the Getting Started guidebook and in the training, excuse me, last Saturday. So the first thing we want to do is download the free LifeWave InTouch app. We can send videos from there. We're notified when somebody is watching, when they have watched. There's a step-by-step tutorial video there on how to use the InTouch. And Gregory, what do you especially like about the InTouch app?
Well, the InTouch app, adds a very important dimension to our whole sharing and prospecting basis, because now we know when somebody watches the video. Before, we'd send them a video link and pray that they watch it, never really know unless you call them. Now we send them a video link, and as soon as they watch it, bing, you get an alert, you get an email and or a text, and oh, they watched the video, and when it's time to follow up. And likewise, if you don't get an alert, they didn't.
Yes. Yes. So that's when one of Phil Jones' magic phrases comes in handy. And David Itkow, better known as Sunwolf, he's going to be covering the magic words for influence and impact and what to say. But that's in our right-hand column. We're going to just stay on the left-hand column for a moment. So we've downloaded the InTouch app. The next thing we want to connect. And we've done the contact list. We've written down all the people we know. We've decided who do we want to start with, who are our key people. So here we are, connect. Call, text, or private message, and ask a question. One of my favorites is, what do you know about stem cells? And then I listen. That opens it up. And then we don't just listen, it's sort of like we listen like we've never listened before. We're not waiting till they stop talking so we can jump in. So we listen carefully and respond to what they said. If you can scroll down just a little, there we are, just a little bit, thank you. Listen, try this formula. I put this in last night because I love this formula. I use it in my life, not just network marketing. I know how you feel. I felt the same way too. And then share your experience. That allows for the connect. And this is what I found. It's be truthful always, but I know how you feel. I felt the same way too. And this is what I found. So then we want to pique their interest. You gave 2 examples here. And the classic one, I discovered a historic breakthrough in affordable stem cell technology is a winner. Most people I know use that. Thank you for creating that. And then we tell our 2-minute story. For example, how you were before trying X39, why you decided to try it, benefits you and others are experiencing. So for me, before X39, I had a sore back just below my waist. I decided to try it for that reason. And what was my why? Because my friend Robin Blanc-Mascari told me about it. I trusted her. She mentioned stem cells. I said, okay. And then the benefits that I experienced right away, within 24 hours, my pain was reduced 90%. Well, you can't keep your mouth quiet after that. Plus, what others are experiencing, my dog Harley. He has a weak spine. Occasionally the vertebrae kind of catch on a nerve. He freezes, he starts to quiver. And it took 3 months the last time it happened to get him better. This time with the X39, I can put it on his collar within 30 minutes. That's my 2-minute story. So then I love what you created, Gregory. It's brilliant. The 1, 2. So we're down to 3. Offer next 39 sample. I mean, almost everybody's going to say, yes, I want a free sample. But this is where you really made the switch. And in a moment, I'm going to bring on Patty Levesque. But can you just tell us why you added that 3-minute? Before that, we weren't doing it. Why did you do that?
You know, Judy, it's kind of an oxymoron, but I say that the hardest part of this business is getting people to watch the video. You don't have to memorize the script. You don't have to learn the script or the pitch. All you need to do is pique people's interest and get them to watch the video. And as simple as that may sound, you know, maybe you invite 3 people to watch it and you get 1 to watch it if you're lucky. Whereas if you say, hey, would you like a sample? Everybody says yes. It's kind of like walking through Costco. You know, we used to get free samples. Everybody loves a free sample. They always say yes. Say, well, cool. I'm going to go ahead and send you a video. And if you watch the video, I'd then be happy to send you a sample. So there's a reward for watching the video. And the percentage of people who get to watch the video on the first offer are going to be substantially, probably at least twice as many people are going to comply.
All right. Well, thank you. Well, let's bring on Patty Levesque. She comes to us from a background in sales, not just any old sales, but she was one of the few women in the metal industry. Very successful. Hello, Patty. Thank you for saying yes and joining us. So Patty comes from a sales background, and moving from a sales background into the environment of network marketing is not easy for everybody. And Patty is mastering this technique. And Patty, thank you again for agreeing to be on here. And I know you made kind of a 180-degree turnaround or a 360 turnaround after talking to Gregory. Can you tell us your story about that switch and how you use social media? Because number 4 is you send that 3-minute video before you mail the X39 sample. Over to you, Patty.
Okay, thank you very much, Judy. Yes, I started the sampling program actually after watching Ron Rabin's presentation, and I was sharing with you my excitement about sharing the one sample patch. And you were so kind because I was so excited about it, sharing, you doing a three-way call with me with Gregory, and I was sharing with him. I had my little process, ask them to watch the video, and then I would offered to send them a sample is what I was doing after I saw they watched the video. And Gregory suggested that I combine those two together, and I started doing that. And I have to admit that the amount of people who say yes to being willing to watch the video has gone up significantly, plus the amount of people who do watch the video has also increased. And so I'm very excited that I've had this opportunity to transform my approach. And what made me so successful in these industrial sales I was in was learning the language of the industry. And that's what I'm learning here on participating on these training calls, is learning how to share, because share is so important, and learning the language of how to share. So I'm always an open student to learning. Thank you.
No, yes, you are. And yes, you were open. You were open. And that's one of your favorite questions there. I added that because you told me that's what you say, Patty.
Are you open? Yes. Would
Are
you be open? Yes. Would you be open to watching a short video? And after you watch the video, I will send you a complimentary sample for you to try it for yourself.
Well done. Yes, and you do it all through social media, don't you?
Not
Well, not
all,
all, but
I focus a lot on social media because I like working. Many friends on Facebook, I find it just so easy. So when I listened to Connie Lucas share the other day on how people like to communicate, find the way they like to communicate. Well, I like texting and private messaging. So I'm seeing that that's how I'm kind of doing my business that way, because that's my preferred method of communication. So that's a learning. And so I love Facebook, and I love private messaging and connecting with people that way. So it's natural for me to talk about my business with them.
love it. And I asked you yesterday, Patty, what do you say when you text or private message? And you say nothing different than what's up there under share. You do exactly that.
That's correct. That's exactly what I do.
And you've
Yeah.
had a number of preferred customers enroll with you, and a distributor. You're really following the system, learning the language, and you have perseverance. You create charts. You've got a dream board going. Well done, Patty. Thank you for coming on board to share your experience. All right, thank you. And now we're going to invite David Itkow, my friend. Gosh, I can't even remember how long we've been friends. It seems like we've been friends forever. And Gregory, if you could scroll back up to the top of the right-hand column so we can see the cover of the book. Oh, you're doing a great job. Thank you. And David, are you on board, available to talk? While we're waiting for David, David is a successful network marketer because he has this phrase, how you live your life is how you do network marketing. David loves to connect. It's his passion. He wants to share the best that he's found. So network marketing, of course, is his forte. All right.
There we are. I don't know.
There we are.
Yay.
David, wonderful, wonderful. So thank you for being willing to share how you share. So over to you, David.
Thank you so much, Judy. It's been such a pleasure seeing what you've done with this nitty gritty and collaborating with you. It's been an absolute joy. So sharing, I love to share, especially something that really makes a difference. What's really important is when we share, let's set the table. What's our mindset? What's our belief in the product and the company? And if not at least an 8 out of 10, you're toast. So make sure before we share, we have to really, really, really feel that energy, feel that passion, feel that expression, whatever works for you. And here's a little nugget in terms of of sharing: our voice, our tone. What is the energy we're putting out to people? It's these subtle nuances that really are so important. So it's the energy, being yourself, being your own guru. How do you spell guru? G, you are you. Now, this is really a very, very unique situation here for me sharing here, where I'm learning to be comfortable to be uncomfortable. Because in the sharing, I'm a natural in connecting with people, tuning in, finding out what people are interested in. Know this, people buy you before anything else. People buy you. And what I've learned a long time ago, that people who do business with us, we do business with them. So I have my bank teller, is a customer. I have other people that I do business with that do business with me. So that's a neat little axiom to remember, that passion and enthusiasm. So what's really important is to be bold, be different to be noticed. Okay, be different to be noticed. And asking questions is the key. The more questions you ask, the more control you have in the conversation. That is so important. And of course, I love what Judy says, and it's so paramount, is listen like you've never listened before. So what are some of the key things to say? And I love Phil Jones and the hour that he gave in the presentation. And if you want to hear that presentation, go into empowerlifeway.com, and then the password is X39. So what do you say to people? Use open-ended questions. What do you say? The key ones that we all know is historic breakthrough, affordable stem cell technology. Get that word affordable, because most people, when they think of stem cells, they think of injections, lucrative cost, etc. And also, what's really important is, could you get excited about, reverse aging and having a more youthful you? And what would it be worth for you to feel younger? Questions that really people think about anyways. Who doesn't want to look younger? And by the way, John and Mary, wouldn't it make sense to prevent rather than repent? If you had only one body for the rest of your life, how would you take care of your body? It's our temple. Let's give it the best, okay? So, and I also like to ask this question: what area in your health would you like to improve? So these are open-ended questions. Now, some of the benefits, again, we want to get into the benefits, not the facts, okay? And the benefits, I have above average health, but with LifeWay, for the first time, I've had some neat testimonies. I've had a wart on the pad of my thumb for quite a long time. It's gone. I've had floaters. It's just about gone. I had a knee infection, pretty serious, close to the bone. The ortho said, this is pretty bad, and got on the patch, did some praying. He said, this is amazing. How could that happen? The wound specialist said, I've never seen this before. You must come from another planet. I said, I do. Have fun. Rapid pain relief, rapid wound healing, faster recovery from exercise. Who doesn't want to have better skin? Sleep benefits, critical. So it covers the whole gamut of wellness. So the magic the magic words, there's so many. I love this one. I'm not sure this is for you. I'm really not sure. Now, when you say that, it takes the pressure off the person and he's more there to be engaged. And then you could say this with a pregnant pause. By the way, who do you know who's looking to have more fun, to be part of an amazing team that's interested in their success, to be part of something that's in the news all the time? What if I told you it's stem cells? By the way, what do you know about stem cells? If you could be part of a leading, very well talked about subject and be able to get paid for making a difference, would you? So I'm just very natural in this whole process. Okay, how open-minded are you? People all love to think that they're open-minded. That's one of the faves that I like to use, open-minded. What do you know about stem cells? As I mentioned before. And then when you catch their interest and they're interested, always ask them, when's usually a good time to get back to you? Set that appointment. That is really critical. And avoid asking, do you have any questions when you're talking with the person? It's more powerful when you ask, what questions do you have? This way, you're not giving them the opportunity to say no. So again, when you're connecting with people and sharing, you know, it's all about really being interested in them, not interested. You want to be interested and not talking so much. What do you do for work? What are things that you want to have more of in your life? Tell me about you. The more questions you ask, the more in control you are of the conversation. And when they ask you a question that you do not have an answer for, just let them know that's a great question and I'll get back to you. Just when is a good time? And so these are some of the basic little pieces, but there's one other piece I'd love to share with you, particularly now, when we are asking about what's going on today in very difficult, unprecedented times. So John, how are you holding up? And I got that idea from Phil Jones. How are you holding up during these tough times? And people love to feel your heart, your compassion, your empathy. And what I put on Facebook is, hey, Mary, I know this might sound crazy as we don't know each other, but I am on a mission to fill social media with love and eliminate fear. So wanted to reach out and see if you and your family are safe and well in these troubling times. It was amazed how many people responded, people I didn't even know, private message and made a beautiful connection. This is another thing I put on Facebook. I am grateful for all of my network marketing friends providing love and light to others in need. What are you grateful for? What we're doing is it's light therapy. We are shining light in dark places. So I think my time is just about up. So back to you, Judy.
David, I love your enthusiasm. Thank you very much. Here we have a template of how to share, you know, various phrases from Phil Jones, Gregory created some for us. It's a template. It makes me think of giving a script, a play, you know, a script to 10, 20 different actors and invite them to each come back, you know, to audition for this role. Not one of those actors will do it the same as another. And that's the beauty of what David exemplified right now. He took the template and he made it his own. You could feel that it's his own. And for me, my favorite line is very similar to Phil Jones. this may or may not be for you, or this may or may not be of interest to you. And as David said, it gives them an out, they relax, they listen. So we're going to move on now to X39, Gifting Support Documents, a brilliant document. Once again, Gregory, thank you for creating it. And would you like to give us a tour through this document?
Sure, I'd be happy to, Judy. And I think, as we've discussed, I think gifting is just a nice way of saying sampling, and we're giving the gift of health. And we know that we get more people to watch the videos by offering a gift than don't. And that doesn't mean you have to offer a gift, because, for the first year, we didn't do this. We just got people to watch a video and we were quite successful. But I think success is going to be easier, more swift and joyous for everyone, with incorporating gifting when appropriate. So there's a couple of different support documents that you can use, to support your gifting process. And one is, as many of you may be familiar with, we've got these beautiful cards that Ron Ledford, one of our senior presidential directors, created. They're a nice heavy duty card stock, and they open up nicely. On the back side, it has, the health quiz, abbreviated health tracker. On the inside, it has a place where you can attach a sample. It's just a good have some support documents. And if you just need to get out there, start sharing and caring. So that's one way. And these are available relatively inexpensively. If you order them and use this special discount code listed here, you get a 50% discount. And I'm happy to tell our Canadian partners that it's now available through Instaprint in Canada. So you can direct order them and have them shipped, printed and shipped within Canada. So there's no delay. The second way is with some internal documents that we in the company has created. And there's a document here, the Gift of Good Health. It's a 2-sided flyer, and it talks about the benefits of X39. It talks about suggested usage. It tells the X39 story pretty nicely. And on the back side, it has the health tracker. If you're going to use this method, the nice part about this, you can print them today on your home printer. You don't have to wait for your order from Vistaprint to arrive. You can start today, no delay. I do suggest that if you're going to be using the Gift of Health document, you may also want to include Activate Your Stem Cells, which is an article reprint that Robin and one of our local other distributors up here in Montana created and had published in a local health journal. And so you're welcome to use that and print that. These two go together hand in hand. And the last little piece, I think it's always good to have some of the X39 trifold flyers around. They're available very inexpensively from the company in your back office for 35 cents a piece. And it makes, I think the combination of these three make a nice professional impact. And you don't need to use all three. You can just use one. And that's not to say you can't just stick a patch on somebody, but I think when you complement it with some valuable educational information, again, as Judy pointed out earlier, we want to help people make an informed decision by giving them enough information. And so that's our job. And I think Phil Jones said something like this, Judy, is our job is interrupting people long enough to make them aware and interested in something they didn't know existed.
Beautiful.
That's a little bit of a challenge, but that's our opportunity, whether it's affordable stem cells or, all of a sudden I have full range of motion in my shoulder, or, my knee stopped hurting, or my wart went away, or whatever it might be. We have all these stories, whether you're sharing stories or, about the products or, your results, but we just trying to make sharing powerful and simple for everyone. So that's why we created these documents, and that's why we created this document talking about the documents.
Before you scroll back down, yes, a document talking about the documents. That's funny. Right. Can you scroll down just a little bit, please? Is it possible to enlarge that article so we can see the cartoon?
Yes.
This is one of my favorite cartoons. To me, it describes what stem cells do better than anything else. Stem cell parental advice. You can be anything you want to be when you grow up. And here we are activating our stem cells.
They can become brain cells or heart cells or elbow cells or.
That cartoon encapsulates it all.
It really does.
It's such a great article.
Yes.
If you could scroll back, thank you very much, Gregory. If you could scroll back up to the DMO. Thank you, thank you. There we are. So we began with a large picture. We want to conclude with that. Connect with targeted candidates, key friends, pique their interest, offer the X39 sample, send the 3-minute video before you send that sample. Our next training will be on follow-up. So tune in next Saturday for our 30-minute distributor training. This will be on the title Care. Remember, the care brings a heart. The follow-up is an action. A big thank you to you, Patty. Thanks for sharing your wisdom and your experience, how the rubber meets the road. David, for bringing your wealth of experience of how you take the template, these little scripts, and you lift them off the page, you own them, and you use them. I invite all new distributors to practice with the basic scripting, try it out, see if it works for you. I think you'll be surprised because we've used the X39, we've had our experience or a friend has had that experience. And once you discover something incredible, it's impossible to not share. And we always come from the heart using some of these little scripting, these little key sentences, these key questions that, as you said, Gregory, will open up people's hearts. It'll have them pause long enough to say, what do you have going on? So thank you very much, Gregory, for playing the role of a new distributor and for also coming in as our professional. Again, Patty, thank you. David.
You're welcome.
Wonderful. Did you want to say anything, Patty?
Oh, no, just thank you very much for being part of this.
Oh, thanks for stepping up. David, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you so much. It's been wonderful to be part of this extraordinary group. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes. So thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day. And remember, keep on patching. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.